Fuck off! Fuck off! I've got right of way, you idiots! You're on camera. I'm reporting your registration to the police. I'm reporting you to the police. Fuck off! How dare you! Fuck off! Fuck off! I've got rights of way, you idiot! You're on camera. I'm reporting your registration to the police. I'm reporting you to the police. Fuck off! Not got right of way. I fuck you right of way. You hold me. You hold in the middle of the road, mate. I'm allowed to. By law. You are not. Look at the highway code, all right? You can hold in the middle of the road. All right. Look.
I'm in the way. I'm hogging the road.
Well, go ahead and stop, and I'll explain to you why you're wrong. Both front and rear. He hold me for straight away, hold me to get out of the way. Thanks for your help anyway, mate. Cheers. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. You followed me home, have you?
Well, another driver gave me your address. He followed you.
What's it got to do with another driver?
Because he saw what you did and wanted to help.
Oh, you was the one using his phone while he was driving?
More than probably taking photos. Right, okay, I've come to apologise for acting so aggressively. Right. When my life is threatened, sometimes I get upset. But I'd like to explain, I'm very well versed in the highway code. I have to be because I'm a cyclist.
Are you filming it?
Yes, I am. Right. Everything that happens.
Why are you filming?
For my own protection. For legal protection.
Right.
Okay.
I'm a cyclist myself.
So
I don't ride in the middle of the road.
I wasn't in the middle of the road. The middle of the road is where the dividing line is. I was in the centre of the lane. That is called taking central lane position, and it is recommended practice by the UK government for cyclists. You are supposed to wait until it is safe to pass, then overtake wide. I was in the centre because I just pulled into the ASL, which is Advanced Stop Line, which is the red box, which is there for cyclists, and you were behind me. As soon as the lights changed and I got into the centre of the junction, you started honking me to get out of the way. Yeah. That's when I got upset. because using your horn like that is also against the law. The horn should only be used to warn of your presence, and you were not warning of my presence, of your presence. You were honking to get me out of the way. Okay. Now I don't want to stereotype, but perhaps you should stop acting like a 4x4 driver and be a bit more considerate if you are a cyclist.
End of conversation.
Okay.
It's all right, that. You just must be an asshole.
Well, okay, I
It's nothing to do
apologise.
with the type of car. I could say you're a red bike rider. Any relevance whatsoever?
No, but you don't want to be
I've got 5
stereotyped,
other
do you?
cars there, a 2-wheel drive. What's that got to do with it?
Okay, so it's a sensible car if you have a big family, and I appreciate that. But
I don't know what you're
sometimes,
talking about, to be honest.
sometimes they are, you know,
Okay.
bad. So I apologise for the aggressive way I acted because it was
okay.
unnecessary.
Let's just come and check for damage where you've hit the car.
I hit it with my open hand. There's no damage. I'm not strong enough to put a dent in metal, unfortunately.
Pardon?
I'm not strong enough to put a dent in metal.
Okay.
Did you drive all the way home with a bent in mirror?
Of course I did, yeah.
Why?
Because you smacked it.
I smacked in the opposite direction. Why do you bend it back
The
that
door's
way?
locked now, and it bolts and
Oh, right, okay.
No, I'm also a cyclist.
Uh-huh.
I would never behave like that towards other motorists. I would certainly never smack a mirror.
Right.
That's the sort of cycling that gives cyclists a very bad name.
Oh, indeed.
Right, you can just let me speak now.
Of course.
So when I move away from a junction, first of all, I wouldn't pull into the middle of the lane like that anyway, because I don't see the point. I've got my side of the road there, the cars keep to that side of the road. When
Right.
I pull away from a junction, I'm more than capable of pulling away from a junction, keeping to that left side of the road, letting the traffic pass happily by on that side. It's about harmony, cyclists and cars, not the cyclist
Indeed.
owns the road.
Indeed.
Right, okay. You pull away slow, you're a very sporty chap, I'm sure. You pull away quite quickly for a cyclist, but you're still pulling away slower than the car. Why would you want to hold up the car? I'm giving you plenty of room as I come past.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think it's your right that you
What I'm
should be holding
doing
up the
is
car?
what I'm doing from years and years of cycling experience is I'm controlling the environment around my bike. So by sitting in the middle of the lane, not in the middle of the road, but in the middle of the lane, I'm controlling when the car overtakes.
You think you are?
So
but
when
you're
I
not.
was, because you kind of tried to get round anyway, and some people do, and
But
that's
I'm sure
their
you
fault.
get that a lot, because all you're doing is building up frustration.
Not a lot, no.
If you'd kept to the left-hand side of the road, there's still plenty of room. There's no need to say, I'm having this whole road on a cycle that's that
Right.
wide.
Okay.
I'm having this whole road. There's room for both.
You have to,
There's plenty of
obviously,
room.
I want you to...
There's no need to be a militant cyclist. You give cyclists such a bad name.
Okay, I want
It's
you
really
to pass
irritating
me.
for us other cyclists.
I want you to pass me at the same distance you would a car.
I
Okay.
do. I do.
And
I always
that's
give
fine.
cyclists loads of...
That's great.
Before
And
you
I'm
coming
very
up the
happy
hill,
about that.
There was a lady cycling up the hill at Melton Road.
Yep.
I gave her the full lane of width.
That was fantastic. Now, why
Okay.
couldn't you extend me the same courtesy? You couldn't wait until the traffic had cleared on the opposite side of the road before you tried to overtake me. I wasn't even past the junction. What I do is I control the junction, and then as soon as I get past the junction onto that nice, lovely, wide Melton Road, I move over to the left and let the traffic by.
There's no need
That's
to
how I
control-
operate.
Why do you need to control
To
the
prevent
junction?
people from overtaking dangerously. There is
But I'm
not
still
enough
going to
room.
overtake you when I get on past the lights.
As
on
the
Melton
cars are
Road.
moving into that junction, there's not enough room. There's not enough room for you to safely overtake me.
Yes, there
If
is.
you
But
hit
you-
me, that's it. That's the end of it.
I have no intention of hitting you.
Exactly, and I know you don't, and I know it wasn't malicious. It was ignorant. What you did was ignorant, not malicious.
No, it's not ignorant at
It
all.
is you're ignorant of the law.
No,
The
no.
law states I can sit in the middle of the lane for as long as I want to control that lane until it's safe for you to pass.
I'm well aware of the law. I'm not ignorant of the law in the slightest. I consider myself quite well versed in the law.
I hope so.
But I wouldn't ride down the middle of Melton Road in the middle of the road so that cars have to go right round me. So why would I do it at a junction?
Because
There's
if you're
plenty of room
a
there.
decent driver, like you say you are, you'll do that. You'll overtake nice and wide anyway. And I appreciate that courtesy if that's how you are, and I really do appreciate that. But in that situation, even though you gave great amount of space to the female cyclist, which statistically women are overtaken much wider than men anyway, and people with helmets are overtaken closer as well, strangely enough. But if you were intending to do that, why couldn't you extend me the same courtesy? Why couldn't you wait 2 seconds for me to get back to the curb, which is where I was headed, but I never got a chance to get there, because you already started coming right up behind me and honking. If I hit a pothole and I go down in front of your 4x4, I'm dead. That's the end of it.
But if
You
you're
were
on the
so
left-hand side-
close. You were so close to me.
No, no.
And if I fell sideways into your path, that's it. I'm dead.
But that's the same.
End of story.
That's the same on every road. That's the same on every road.
Yes.
If you kept to the left-hand side of the junction, I'd have plenty of room to go round you.
But if you just waited a few seconds, what does it cost you? Now you've had to stand here for God knows how many minutes, having a conversation with this crazy person, as you call it.
I'd like militant cyclists like you to sort of get a bit of thinking around the reputation you're passing across to us normal cyclists who just stick to the rules of the road. I go across Melton Road.
But all
I stick to the
cyclists.
left. There's no way I would ever.
I would be on the left. If you watch
I would
me,
never move to the middle of the road.
If you'd watched me in your mirror,
control
if you'd watched me in your mirror or in your rear view mirror as you went up that road, you'd have noticed I was on the left hand side. As the guy who pulled up next to me, who gave me your location, said to me, "Are you all right?" and everything. I was on the left-hand side, he overtook me fine, and he was riding side by side
behind
with
me
me.
at the time, so he won't have seen the whole incident, okay?
No, maybe not.
No, he'll have just seen you hitting my mirror and me trying to pull in front of you
Yeah,
to have a word with
and
you
if I'm
about
close enough, to reach your mirror, then you're too close.
Well, no, that's a different thing, isn't it? That was further down the road, and that was when I was pulling over to have a word with you, because you'd just been rather obnoxious at the junction.
Yeah, I certainly
for no
had.
reason.
I certainly apologise for my obnoxiousness. It wasn't perhaps necessary, but
while we're on the subject,
yeah.
please never stereotype by the type of car. Okay, that's absolute nonsense. Okay, I won't have anything about 4x4. The transmission system of a car doesn't have any bearing on the type of driver. Okay, never stereotype. Okay.
I think some stereotypes. I mean, obviously there are always going to be anomalies, like some people who drive around in, I don't know, big powerful cars with blacked out windows and huge alloys might be the nicest people you ever meet. But there are certain cars that attract certain people. Like there are certain cars I would never personally buy, simply because of the image that they portray. And the reason they have that image is because of the drivers.
So you're stereotyping me, you're stereotyping
like for example,
and I won't have any of
like for example, I often have issue with Audi drivers, and I find Audi drivers often because they have very powerful cars, they nip around corners really fast, and they
I'm
overtake
going to
close.
This conversation now,
But,
so I want to go in. I've had a lovely day out with my wife and daughter, and it's sort of
excellent.
Been a bit ruined at the end by a militant cyclist who thinks you own the road.
I don't own the road no more than you do.
Good. I don't advise you pulling to the middle of a junction at a busy junction because you want to control the junction. You stick to the left.
That's what the cycle box is there
That's
for.
what everyone else does.
I really hope.
That's what everyone else does. All other cyclists
I really
except
hope.
you.
What I'm going to take away from
today.
today.
The more militant kind. I dare say you've got a lovely YouTube page about it.
And
this will probably be on your YouTube page.
Probably will
Hello,
be.
YouTube.
Yep.
But you militant cyclists are giving cyclists a very bad name.
Right. And this is a reaction to the way that we're treated on the road. It's systematic the way we're treated on the road. But I mean, if I can take something away from today for myself personally, I will attempt to keep calm in these situations where I feel threatened.
Never hit a mirror. I'm a very calm person. Hitting a mirror is not a good idea.
No, maybe I'm not so calm.
You're lucky you got a calmer person than most, but hitting a mirror is not a good idea.
Right, okay, well, and if that's what I take away from today, I hope that you take away from today, you go on the internet now, and you look at what I'm allowed to do as a cyclist on the road.
You're allowed to do it. I'm not arguing you're allowed to do it.
Then why did you come so close?
You could cycle right way down the middle of Melton Road.
I don't intend to.
Because you can.
Just that one junction, that 4 seconds between where I took off from the lights and where I got to the other.
I don't. Most cyclists don't. Why do you?
Because I'm allowed to, and because it's safer.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
It's safer. I'm controlling the road because it's safer.
I don't think it is. I think you're.
Well,
I think you're deluded.
It's only not safe because you act like a bad driver. I'm really sorry, but that is bad driving. I'll tell you what. I drive up and down this country. I drive for my business. I drive up and down this country thousands of miles a year, okay, as well as cycle. I also drive motorbikes, and in my entire life of driving, which has not been that long, granted I'm fairly young, I've never had an issue with a cyclist, simply because when I see one, I back well off, I wait for a fantastic opportunity to overtake, and I go right over the other side of the road. And it's never cost me anything. So next time, don't tailgate me so close. Don't bring your vehicle so close that I can reach out and my hand fully extended, touch the side of your mirror. Because if I can do that, you are too close. Just leave it. Don't go honking people to get out of your way. If you've had a lovely day and you're a calm person, don't honk people.
I don't think you're listening.
I don't think you're listening.
Honk the junction because you can. Your very words, because you can. That's just selfish.
No, because I'm allowed under
I know
law.
you're allowed to.
Under law. Why do you think the law's there?
You don't need
Why
to.
do you think?
Why does the law say you can cycle down the middle of Melton Road in the middle lane?
It wasn't the
But
middle.
You wouldn't,
It was the middle of the lane.
That
Yeah.
would be selfish.
It's not about
They'll
that.
give you a
I
bad
was
name.
about to move over. You didn't give me a chance. That's the point.
Why did you?
You
pull
were
over
so
in the first
impatient
place? Why did you
to
come up to
control
me at
the lane.
junction and park yourself here, not here?
Because then that gives you an opportunity to squeeze this big vehicle between me and the oncoming traffic.
I've done that thousands of times. I've had cars come past me at that junction thousands of times.
Indeed.
There's plenty of room.
If you're turning left, they
There's
can come
plenty
past
of
you.
room.
I don't think so. Not when there's oncoming traffic that
I
could be
know there
turning
is.
left.
I know there is.
Not in the books, not in the
There
UK
most
legislation,
definitely is.
and not in my
There is
books.
no need
Not in my
to
books.
do that.
Right, there is no need to honk your horn at me. That's what made me angry. No need to honk your horn
your
at me.
anger's got the best of you today.
It certainly has.
Right.
It certainly has.
Okay,
But
and
it's like, you know,
I urge you to keep calm on the rest of
you
your
know how
journey.
I treat this.
And just think about.
I want to explain to you how I treat this, or how I see this. When your car comes that close to me, it's only been a few months ago that I was knocked off, okay? And a driver intentionally ran me off the road. In a 4x4, not stereotyping, okay? And
Speak for others.
no, you can't, exactly, and I can't speak for other cyclists, but I would say, when someone comes to me that close with such a large piece of metal, several tons in fact, and they're that close right up behind me, it's the same thing as if I was walking down a dark alley one night and someone pulled a knife on me. That's how I see it. I see you are threatening me with your weapon. That's why I act in aggression, because it's fight or flight. I go into fight mode, because adrenaline is going.
Look.
If I bring my car around and chase you up the street with my car, I think you wouldn't find it very pleasant. I'm sure you wouldn't. And you must admit, if you are indeed a cyclist, you must admit there are some drivers out there who come far too close to you.
Absolutely. Don't doubt that for a minute. Don't doubt that for a minute. I completely with you there. But I wouldn't put myself in the situation where I put myself right in the line of fire. You keep over here, you're out of it.
And as soon as I got through the junction, I'd have moved over. But I never got that chance. You were already honking me to get out of the way.
I don't know what you're
Do you think
playing
that's
at.
right? Do you think that's right?
I don't know what you're playing at. You park yourself in the middle of there. I don't know what you're doing.
Would
I've
you do-
no idea where you park yourself
Here's a
in the
good
middle of the
question.
road. It's bizarre.
Here's a good question. Would you start honking a horse if it was in the way?
A horse would be there and park itself in front of me.
Well, the horse can do anything. A horse can start wandering into the middle of the road. The rider's got no control of it. What I'm saying is you need to address your impatience and I need to address my aggression. How about that? Can we shake on that? Is that reasonable? Because really I'm not out here.
I don't believe I was showing impatience.
You don't think it was impatient to ride right up behind me and honk your horn? For me to get out the way when the lights had just changed.
Let's shake it.
Are we agreed?
Ride
Okay.
carefully.
Thank you very much. You be safe as well, and I do apologise for my aggression. I hope your family aren't traumatised.
They're fine.
Okay.
They're fine.
Thank you very much.
You've got far to go.
No, not far.
Right.
All right.
Enjoy your ride.
Have a lovely evening. Thank you.